What's up, guys? Welcome to the Smart Student. My name is Chelsea Seaburn. So the situation for today's video is you're writing a paper, you're doing your research, you find this awesome article with the exact information you need. Now, as you're reading through this information, you notice that it's actually from another source. So you have this article that is citing a different source, but you want to use that material in your paper. Kind of like source inception, if you will. Your question is, what do you do? How do you put this information in your paper correctly? So first of all, this is what's called citing a secondary source. The secondary source being the original source that the material came from, and the primary source being the source that you're currently reading. So let's say you're reading an article written by Smith, and Smith is mentioning information written in a book by Johnson. Johnson would be the secondary, the primary would be Smith. Now, how do you include this in your paper? You got two options. Number one, if you can go locate the secondary source and make it the primary, in other words, go find the original book that Johnson wrote, go find that, cite that in your paper. Now, if for whatever reason you can't find the original work, in this case, the book that Johnson wrote, you're gonna cite the secondary source, the article that Smith wrote, but you're gonna reference the original source in your in-text citation. Let me show you a real example so that makes more sense. Come on. Hello, here we are. All right, so what you're looking at right here is the article. This is the primary source. You find this online. You really like what this has to say for your research, particularly this section here. And for the sake of this video, we're gonna pretend that all of this information comes from this one source right here. And so this source that I have highlighted, that's gonna be considered the secondary source, whereas the article is the primary. Now, you don't have the ability to go find the secondary source to make it the primary and cite that. So instead, you're going to cite this source here and reference the secondary source. That's a mouthful. Let me show you what I mean. All right, here's your super cool paper. You've paraphrased the material and now you need to cite the source. Step one is to go ahead and create a reference list entry for the primary source as usual. So here's that full citation for this article, and then now it's the in-text citation that you're gonna reference the secondary source. So coming up here, the way you're gonna properly format this is, voila. You're going to include the secondary source first and the phrase as cited in, and then your primary source in text citation. As you can see, this second portion lines up with this reference list entry, so the reader knows that, okay, hey, this was cited in here, however, it was originally from this source right there. And we're back. I hope you found that helpful. By the way, if APA formatting, particularly referencing, creating citations, is something you struggle with, I now have a live APA workshop specifically for this, where I teach you guys alongside lots of other college students in real time, where you can ask me questions, read the other questions students are asking, and interact together. I have a link down in the description. Be sure to check that to find the next live event near you. But yeah, in the meantime, I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next video.